everyone, it's Melissa, and welcome back to my channel. Are you ready to create with the newest Softlex company design kit, Arctic Circle? This kit was exclusive for the Great Bead Extravaganza, and I will leave links down below in the description if this kit is still available or if any of the items shown are still on their website. And I will be using soft flex wire in the beautiful quartz color. And then these beads are from the kit. I'm using some daisy spacers in check glass. This adorable little handmade ceramic penguin from Peru. One of these little beads looks like a little snowball. And this is exclusive to the kit. Some size 11 seed beads, a head pin, some jump rings, and some 2x2s. So we're going to work on the pendant first, and then I already have my necklace added onto my soft flex wire. So I'll show you how to finish that necklace and add the pendant. And before we start creating, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps my little channel grow. Let's start creating. We're going to need about 12 inches of our soft flex wire. Our soft flex wire. And also down below in the description, I will leave a link for the tutorial playlist for all the designs of Arctic Circle that I have created. So we're just going to set our soft flex off to the side. So we're first going to start with a charm with our ceramic penguin. I always like to add like a little daisy spacer or a smaller bead on ceramic beads just because they're handmade and it just kind of gives it a little platform so it doesn't slide off of the head pin. And then I'll add my penguin, a little daisy spacer, and then one of the check glass. Using the one-step looper, you can also use your round nose pliers. So we're just going to slide in the head pin and give it a squeeze, and this will give us a loop in a 1.5 millimeter. We want to make sure that the loop is closed. We don't want to lose our little tray. So just take my round nose plier and ensure that it is closed. We're just going to set the penguin off to the side. We're going to bring in our soft flex wire, and we're going to be using 8 of our little crystals, and these are a 6 millimeter crystal. So to start, we're just going to add one of our little crystals onto our soft flex wire. And you could use turquoise or fluorite instead of the quartz if you wanted to. I think those three would be beautiful as a trio for the Arctic Circle design. Comment down below what you thought of this fabulous design kit. I know I absolutely loved it, and I had a little penguin on all of my designs. So we're just going to let that slide, and you can start in the middle if you would like to. So we're going to pick up 3 of our seed beads, and what I love about Softflex is it acts as a needle, so that way you don't have to pick up these little tiny beads with your fingers. We're going to add on another one of our little green beads, and we're going to pick up 3 more seed beads. You're going to take the Softflex that you just added that last seed bead on and just pass back through the green bead, the first one you put on. And it's going to create like a little slot. Now, it doesn't matter which side you work on. That's why I like to start in the middle. I'll kind of jump back and forth with it. We're going to add 2 little daisy spacers. I just love the texture that it gives with this. It kind of just stacks on top. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to add one of our little green beads. We're going to pick up 3 seed beads, another green bead, and 3 more seed beads. And then we're just going to pass back through that green bead that we just put on first. We'll make any adjustments as needed. So they're kind of just going to stack on top of each other. And then we'll pick a side to work on. We'll pick 2 more of our little daisy spacers. And if you don't have them in check glass, any daisy spacer will work or a little 4 millimeter bead, as long as it'll pass through a medium soft flex. The same thing again, and we're just repeating our design. So it's not kind of like a little snowflake or keep repeating the same design until we have all 8 of them added on. So it should look like that so far with the 3. So it looks like a bead woven design, but you're using soft flex, so you have the stability of the soft flex wire, but you have the intricate look of the seed beads. 4 more of our little daisy spacers, so we're just going to slide those on. So if you happen to watch the other tutorials in the Arctic Circle playlist, you can see that I was kind of drawn to this design. I have some earrings with the same technique of stacking the daisies. So we have our little connection point, and I do have a lot of soft flex left over, so I'm just going to trim this down to a more working length. And whatever soft flex we do have left over, be sure to save it. You can always use it for a future project. We're going to add in one of our 2x2s. And we're just going to slide it on to one side of our soft flex wire. With the opposite side, we're just going to do our crisscross. And these would also be adorable as earrings if you wanted to make those as well. And if you're feeling really creative, you can embellish further, just kind of doing the same technique. So you have our beautiful little snowflake or our sunburst. So it doesn't matter which side of soft flex wire, we're just going to take one of them and pass them back through the 2x2. It can get a little tricky because it's so tight next to the beads. We're just going to pass it back through, and you can put 3 of the medium soft flex through one 2x2. We'll make any adjustments as needed. And then it's completely up to you of how big you would like your loop to be. And this is going to be your connection point for the jump ring to attach to your pendant or your ear wire if you're making an earring. It's going to take our pliers and flatten down the 2x2. And normally I will round the 2x2. It gives it a more professional finish, but just because of the placement of the beads, it's a little tricky. So just by flattening it, it's keeping it secure as well. So once it's flattened, we're just going to take our pliers and just trim off any extra soft flex. Then we have our jump ring. And when we open our jump rings, we're just going to twist it side to side. And this is a 6 mm jump ring. We're going to slide it over the 2x2 that we just flattened and add on our little penguin charm and give it a close. You should hear a little click when it's secure. We have our cute little pendant. So we're just going to set this off to the side. Need a jump ring to attach that to. And then I'm going to bring in my necklace. And this is basic bead stringing, and I'm switching my soft flex wire to fluorite. I went and attached my clasp for one side, and I'll show you how to attach the clasp on this side. And I used beads from the Jesse James bead mix. It wasn't included in the kit, but I bought them separately. And then I added some more of those little daisy spacers, so a couple different variegated sizes. I believe a 4 mm and then a 6 mm, and then the little frosted matte beads in there. So it has that winter vibes to it. And then I'm just going to separate some of my beads here. So between these 2 little frosted matte beads is where we're going to attach our pendant. So we're just going to open up another jump ring. And this is just going to act as our veil. Just going to slide it over the soft flex wire and connect our penguin. And then we close, and we'll hear that little click. And now I'm just going to slide all my beads down into place. And then I'm just going to cut a good working length of soft flex wire so I can attach my last 2x2 and a 6 mm jump ring that will attach to my lobster claw. When I'm doing designs, and I kind of know what I'm doing for just like a basic bead stringing, I like to string it on the soft flex, finish one side of my necklace, and then I'll add my pendant. So sometimes, you're not sure about your pendant, and you can always just add a jump ring and put it on in the future. So to finish up our design, I'm just going to slide on one 2x2 and a jump ring. We're just going to pull the soft flex wire. We want our 2x2 on top of that last bead. Pair our connection points and make sure that our loops are fairly the same size. They don't have to be perfect. Then we're just going to give it a squeeze and it's going to flatten it. Take my pliers and squeeze again. This is going to round my 2x2 and just give it a more professional finish. I'm going to take my nippers and just trim off the extra soft flex wire. And if I ever needed to extend my necklace in the future, instead of having to restring the project, you could just add a few more jump rings or a length of chain. And we have our beautiful Arctic Circle necklace using the newest Softlex Company design kit. And we have from our Jesse James bead mix, and then some beads from the Softlex website, and then this adorable little penguin and a snowflake. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps my little channel grow. And check out down below in the description for the products used in this video, as well as the tutorial playlist for all things Arctic Circle Design Kit. Have an awesome day.